Good morning, friends. Today I would like to talk on how the GST collection from Karnataka is going to affect all of us. Before I go into data, I would just like to give you a perspective of how this works. The GST amount which is collected by the central government is already collected from the state. Yeah. Now, a part of that GST is divided into two parts: central GST and state GST. So, like if it's 10 fingers that they have collected, 5 fingers will be with the state government and the other 5 will come to me. This is not Congress. Yeah. So, perspective again. Another perspective in a simpler terms is my money, central government has it. They don't give me back my money. They tell me to take that money from another source, which is a bank. So, imagine I borrow a money from you and I tell you I will not give you the money back. That money which you need, you go borrow it from a bank. Okay, so this is what is it. Now, if you borrow it from a bank, you have to pay interest. Similarly, when Karnataka also borrows that money from RBI, Karnataka will also have to pay interest. Now, I'll come to numbers. The total amount which Karnataka was supposed to get was 1800 to 89 crores, and what the central will give is 6965 crores, and what Karnataka has to borrow from RBI is 11324 crores. Yeah. Another perspective, the total BBMP budget for 2020 and 2029 is 10,899 crores, which is lesser than what we have to borrow from RBI. So this is the amount of reduced GST which central government is giving us. Now, I'll not go into other intricacies of it. I would just like to talk on how this is going to affect all of us. This deficit of 11,324 crore, or imagine like I have that much money less, what would I do as a state? So what the state government would do is or could do is, one, I would tell you like 7 things that would happen. Why 7? Because there are 7 days in a week. Don't tell me there are 12 months, so I should give you 12. Yeah, okay. 1, what the central government would do to what do you call say, cancel this cess is they would to cancel this deficit is they would raise cess on by increasing tax on goods such as pan masala, tobacco products, luxury cars, petroleum. So all these things would get costly. So if you're someone who consumes or uses or even drives, because petrol is also going to get costly, you will end up paying more. Yeah, that's one. Second, because there's a budget deficit, government would not have money. So the first and foremost to get affected would all be state government staffs, because their salaries are going to get delayed, and delayed like 3 months, 6 months, 1 year. It can get delayed to anyone. So their salaries are going to get delayed. Third, which is very important, if you are someone from Karnataka, you know that we pride on very good highways around the state. So what would happen is, with the reduced budget, there would be reduced expenditure on the infrastructure. We would have lesser highways, lesser new highways, you can say, reduced maintenance of the highways. We would have lesser hospitals, but I don't know when was the last time a new hospital was inaugurated. We would have less new colleges and schools. And also what can happen is there could also be increased toll tax on the roads. Yeah? Third, the fourth, which is very important for young people like me and all the others, is the state government would stop hiring or creating new jobs, because when they hire someone new, they would also need money to pay their salary. So the government would say, okay, if I have to hire, say, 1,000 or 10,000 people, I would postpone it by 1 year, because then I would save 1 year of the salary that I have to pay for them. And salary is just not the money they get. There are other incentives that state government also has to give. So reduced hiring and new jobs. 5, there would be increase in the licensing cost. For example, what we mean licensing costs and taxes, trade licenses would go up. Professional tax, I think, is already on a very high in Karnataka, but it may even go up. Yeah. Third is your property taxes. They will go up definitely, because state wants money. Property taxes, revenue stamp taxes, revenue name changing property, all these taxes could also go up. Six, very important, which you, because we all call as farmers as Annadata, and this is how the Annadatas would get affected, because state government has less money, meaning less subsidy for farmers, less amount for drought relief, less amount for flood relief. I don't know how much they are giving. Also, I don't know if they're even giving. They're just announcing. Yeah. So farmers are also going to affect, less subsidy on urea, less subsidy to the APMC, less subsidy on buying crops from farmers. It could even happen that they buy and they don't pay them. Seventh, which is the most important thing, is because any government would, being a political system, they would again have to get re-elected after 5 years, or after I think 3 more years or 4 more years. So what they would do is they would actually end up, instead of raising these taxes, which are actually unpopular measures because people will feel the pinch of it, they would end up borrowing from RBI, and they may even overborrow. Once they start borrowing, they may even overborrow. So what would happen is we would get into a debt trap, because, for example, imagine for 11,000 crore, I am paying 2% tax, 2% interest per year. So that is like 1,200 crore per year, 200 to 20 crore per year. Yeah. So for 4 years, that in itself will become like 1,000 crore. And 1,000 crore is a huge amount of money. So yeah, if we start borrowing and if the central government does not pay us, we would, Karnataka as a state, which has always been revenue surplus, basically generating more revenue than it is than it has to spend, would go into revenue, what do you call, revenue shortage, because there will be a debt charge. We will be paying more interests. Yeah. So this was the seventh thing that I could think of on the go. If you could think of something else, then please do leave it below in the comment section. And if you have not liked or subscribed this channel, then please like, subscribe, both. Thank you.